Welcome back, my cutie pies. PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex ecosystem updates are going to be very smelly. Why? Because there's going to be a lot of poop coins moving, friends. A lot of poop coins. Now, I'm just excited because I specifically remember the depression and the sadness of the red candles that were coming before us 15 months ago, 18 months ago. And now, I am now optimistic, right? Because we've entered a new phase, friends. Optimism from the Wall Street cheat sheet. But I'm very early to these by 2 to 3 months. Let's give it around 3 months. So people haven't woken up that it's optimism yet. They still think we're in hope and disbelief. Let them keep rinsing, okay? So we're going to start seeing these things play out. I'm looking around. I'm seeing more people wanting to come into altcoins. I never thought I'd see this again because it's tough. There's too many altcoins. There's a lot of trash and it takes work, friends. It really does take work. I put in my heart and soul into this for you for free. Literally freaking free, friends. Where's my mastermind group, huh? Everyone else, what's this $5,000 group? Okay, what's all this trash? I flipped everything on the head. I said, well, you know what? How about I invest in you first and then you pay me back later? How come none of these scum influencers do that? Because they don't have any real value, do they? If they had value, they'd invest in you. But they know not to. They know it's easier to try psychologically manipulate you and me. They're like, no. Give me money now and then your life will change. No. How about you change my life first and then we do it? Okay. Now, incentives play their way differently when it comes in crypto, doesn't it? Because what comes first, right? The green candle or the people? Well, they're the same thing. Metcalfe's law. It's a curve. It's a relationship. That's why it's important to just understand that in PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex, you can talk about them all day to outsiders, but they're just not going to pay attention. When the green candles stop, friends, they're painfully slow. The attention is slow. And then, the reality is Hex is still down 95% after 2.5 years. And other ecosystems are on their way up. So, look, we know, okay, we're doing well and stuff. We know in this part of your bag. But you know that there are also narratives being formed out there that are like totally trash. Totally trash. They say that tech changes everything. There's this restaking stuff. There's 18 Ethereum layer 2s. They're all doing the same. Make people do their third world farming airdrop stuff to like fake up the users and stuff. And then do an airdrop later on and try dump on exchanges. That they're all doing the same thing and it's gaining traction. And why is it gaining traction? It's because people are offering people something that they want. They're like, well, you can't give me green candles. I want a free airdrop. Okay, now obviously it's oversaturated, but if you want to compete in that realm, you need green candles. So what do we do? Well, just know that we've already set everything in place. So there's 140 content creators. There's 68 streamers. This is the best part. Altcoins on PulseChain are moving up without Richard. Okay, now here's the thing. Technically, it's not actually value creation. Technically, there's all the value in Pulse and people are rotating their Pulse and they're playing around the city. But you have to accept that that's a positive thing because it brings more eyeballs in. So for example, BONK was just Solana money rotation. Did it matter? Nope. BONK helped be a catalyst for the system. Same as Dog with a Hat. Dog with a Hat was BONK and Solana money rotation in as well. But it just helps build the story even more. So that's just something of a mindset shift that we're going to need. Now, for PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex, PulseX still being below day one sack, Hex being minus 95% down still, it does make some people concerned, but I tell you, you shouldn't think of it like a concerning thing. You should only be really concerned if you're, I hate to say it, but if you're 100% core and your bags aren't, let's say real numbers, friends. If you have less than 50 grand in Hex, for example, and PulseChain, just less than 50 grand total, and you're only in those core coins, right? 50 grand, right, times 20x from here will get you that. I know you guys want that juicy $1 million. But if you've got like 10 grand, 15 grand, you're just going to have to think about it. Look, I know, fans, it's very controversial, but I'm not going to just sit around and like pretend I have a hunchback when I've got the straightest posture in the southern and northern hemisphere, pound for pound. You can't think like that, okay? Because The truth is, Hex was a Ponzi moonshot lottery ticket from the last cycle that I threw in. Okay, and that's how I got to learn and discover more. And it was cycle 1 back then. So I'm just wondering, gosh, what are the new cycle 1 stuff coming out here that we don't know about? So it does help to throw things out there. Now, you could try to rely on me, but I'm going to miss stuff, man. I don't get everything, friends. I don't get every launch pad or every project or NFTs. Okay, I have friends sending me like this random NFT. There's subcultures being made everywhere. We're really changing the world with these. But either we change the world or we just money's rotated into Bitcoin and Ethereum and then they kind of disperse out. It is adding value and changing the world when you think about it like that. But that's why the game is not so simple and linear anymore. There's too many coins, too many chains, too many everything. Okay, so we're still making our way like that. And PulseChain gaining attention will come from those big fat green candles. But I want you to think about the future demand. Okay, so this is the most important part. The people outside of the system coming in, do you think, honestly, they're going to throw their whole stack into Pulse, PulseX, and Hex? Do you think that? Because I don't think they will. I think they're going to have a certain part reserved for meme coins and altcoins. Case in point, even Icosa, right? Alex, Magic Beard Alex, who has Icosa Hedron. So friends, when I speak about Icosa, it's Hedron token as well. It's just that there's 4 coins. It gets annoying. So what I do is I make things simple. So you can chart Icosa and Hedron ratio. And if Icosa is low against Hedron, okay, Icosa is the one to buy. If that's really, really high, okay, Hedron's cheaper. So that's why I'm just focusing on Icosa now. But Icosa is the coin for Hex maxis. It's just to show you that there's a coin for everyone. Really, there's a coin for everyone and everything you want. Every single thing. Full utility, no utility, like, and everything in between. Okay, so Icosa is for Hex maxis, is leverage on Hex recovery. Why? Because it's an expansion pack. The Icosa Hedron system is an expansion pack on Hex staking because it lets you access liquidity earlier and it gives you an incentive to stake longer. If you do longer stakes, you mint more Hedron and you can participate obviously in the growth of the ecosystem, and it's smaller market cap as well, right? So it's way bigger leverage than Hex's upside. Okay, so when you're looking at this from this lens, you can just see there's one example that a lot of people, they're going to come in and they're going to look at that, and I'm telling you, get ahead of the crowd. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you to buy any of them. They've got heaps of coins here, friends. I can keep moving them up, but there's just too many to list. But if I just have a quick one, because I know a lot of people come in at different times, etc. You can have a look here. So just looking at the top here, Icosa, Poor Pleb. I don't have 9-inch there. I will collect it later, but just all the same thing, man. You got Tropa, Pete, Teddy Bear, Richard's Only Brother, Hex, Tangang. I'm also going to add here as well P Cult. So penis cult. So if you roll with it. These are all the P version of the coins. Now, the thing is, when it comes to these, what's the inherent value? I don't know. What's the inherent value of Bitcoin? Okay, just people in a network. Are these things going to have, here's the thing. Okay, you got to think about it like this. What's Bitcoin backed by? 219 million people in the network. Okay. What's PulseChain backed by? 200,000 people backed in the network. Okay. But see, boomers don't get this yet. They think crypto's backed by nothing. Okay. But they don't know everything in the world is a network effect. So sweet. They haven't figured it out yet. So we're still early. All right. Now we got to think, okay, what are the altcoins, whether they are full utility or full meme coin, doesn't matter what spectrum is, what are they backed by? They are backed by their ability to retain attention from the core holders of the chain, of PulseChain. So that's why you're trying to get ahead of like, okay, people within the culture, what are they in? That's why, what was BONK backed by, friends? BONK was backed by Solana ecosystem believers, and their attention was on BONK. BONK did a 150x. And then Doc with a hat obviously had its own narrative run. It was backed by, got to think about it like this, Ansem, who was one of the big proponents of Solana. Ansem, he put a lot of attention on Dog with a Hat, did a 14,000x. So you see what I mean? That altcoin was backed by the influencer's ability to like have attention on that. Why Dog with a Hat? Why not Cat with a Hat? Why not dog eating a banana? Okay, it is what it is. So am I a big influence from that, right? Am I? I don't know. Okay, but I'm just telling you, you can try to figure out what does the crowd really want, what they gravitate towards. Because there's a lot of people, a lot of content creators out here, and we'll say the same thing. So in a nutshell, there is this concept of like, does the influencer create the narrative? I think it's more half and half. It's what does the people want, and does someone shine a light on them getting to where they want to go? In terms of like, and this is the thing, everyone just wants to gamble and speculate. Okay, I want to say, yeah, I want to own the casino and stuff. No, you just want a green candle. So you can put all that aside in a bull market. All right. So this is just the mindset we need when we're looking at these altcoins. So, and perhaps, I'm not joking, right? For you out here, perhaps it could literally just be simple as, oh, my friend Sami likes these coins. These coins make him laugh. Like, for example, Richard's only brother always makes me laugh, and just, we're taking this the whole way. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, just this, you can see I'm laughing already. PDI to $1. I wasn't laughing at the start. I'm like, oh man, a lot of people are going to get hurt. And now I'm like, okay, I'll tell you who's going to get hurt. People watching it go up without them. They're the ones again. I can just see the bigger crown forms in this is just bull market things, friends. So is it as simple as that? I was thinking. Is it as simple as looking at what are the other people in the ecosystem own? This is just some concepts you're going to have to think about. You only need one moonshot, by the way. You don't need a lot. Now, here's the thing. The people who buy up the coins the most, they're not even in yet. You understand? For example, you might find, and so can I, we might see that the people who buy up Tangang, H-O-I, well, H-O-O-A, Hex Orange Address, the most, or, for example, Paul Pleb, even Icosa, friends, even say Penis Link, P-Link, any of these, any of these, Atropa, PDI, TDB, you just remember what they are, friends. I know it's too many to list, but the biggest proponents of them being pushed up, it could be people who make a shitload of money on Ethereum when it hits 8,800 in the future. It could be a mix of Cardano, Polkadot, Arbitrum rotators. You see what I mean? I'm just opening your mind. Binance Chain rotators, because we've gone up so much and we're like back in the ecosystem. So when they're not even in the ecosystem, and we know this from Metcalfe's law. So when I'm imagining this, there's only 200,000 people in the ecosystem right now. If the whole ecosystem is going to do a 25x, we've got to go from 200,000 people to 1 million people. That's a bonus of 800,000 people who come in, friends. That dwarfs everyone in the ecosystem now 4-1. So basically, what I'm saying is everyone in now is irrelevant. And that's why, now you get to see why, I mean, intuitively, you know this. With Bitcoin, you got to find 1 billion people out there to give you your 25x. 1 billion people. But with PulseChain, you've only got to find 800,000 people. Okay? 800,000 to 1 million people. That's why you see there's higher risk, higher reward, and upside. Okay, so I've just thrown some things into your head here, so you can see where this thing's kind of going and how I'm going to be thinking about others. So we're just within our PulseChain ecosystem, friends. We might have to just find that. For example, I'm in paid launchpad. You know, for example, friends, I'm in Cult. Right, I've made videos about it. Cult DAO. The price is still very, very low. I'll show you. Right here, this is Cult. Now, this is basically I love seeing this, friends. I can't tell you how much I love seeing this. This is just free money, just literally buying down here as long as it takes. So I'm in Cult, and I can see there's a Cult community in there, but also Kyle Chassé, who's the founder of Paid Launchpad, who's very popular. He knows a lot of VCs and inside the industry. He's one of the biggest holders of it, and he likes it. So I just found it cool. That's why I like to do it. I was like, wow, you like the same things I like, but if I was you, I'm not telling you to do anything, not financial advice. I'm just saying, if I was you and I knew a dude who is worth 8 figures, who bought Bitcoin with 100K back in 2012, who has one of the biggest premier launchpads, whose launchpad has Alex Becker, Ivan on Tech, and Crypto Banter as advisors. Okay, that's what Paid Launchpad has. And then this dude slipped in a stream. He is the biggest holder of Cult DAO, and he really likes it. Thinks DAO's the future stuff. Just to me, I would be saying, I've got to get in. That's it. I don't care. He likes it. That's it. That's my hard work done, and that's it. Okay, don't think too much about it, but you got to get in, and don't just. Well, I've got to be careful, friends. But I wouldn't just throw don't throw $100 into this. Try to go a bit harder than that. But you don't know, friends. I don't want you to take away. Please don't take away money from other core altcoin to do it. It's just like, let's say you had money coming. Let's say you had $1,000 for the month you wanted to allocate into crypto. Yeah, this isn't like I'll put $30 into this. You can't even, because Ethereum gas fees are high. But I'm just showing you these. So there are others of these stories out there. My job over time, if you find them, is like picking up pennies from the floor. You're just picking up pennies, picking up a coin, putting it in your pocket. That's what it is. You're just collecting. It's raining money. You put it in a bucket. That's like the metaphor of it doing that. Now, if you find any of that, please let me know. And yes, I know. God bless your hearts, friends. You know when he's telling me? When there's a big, fat, green, screaming candle. No. Okay? Find stuff like this, friends. Find stuff you know edge and feel freaking down and dumpstered. Okay? That's what you want. All right? Not when, okay, now it's time to pay attention. I know it's very hard because most people, you don't have the time to do this, but I'm just sending out a message out there. If you know people out there like this, then friends, remember, open your mind. It could be NFT stuff. It could be weird NFTs where, you know, someone really, really likes it here and there, okay? That's where you got to get your mindset in, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you soon.